Welcome to Faith in 5, a weekly video devotional designed to discuss practical spiritual concepts in 5 minutes or less. I'm your host, Mark Vandella.
Okay, there are essentially two types of Super Bowl parties in this world. The first type is where you invite a bunch of friends and you ask them to bring a dish to pass. And the second type is where you throw this big baller bash and you just invite as many people as you can, and they show up with the food that you've made or catered or whatever that looks like. See, in the first option, where everybody brings a dish to pass, everyone who's invited is forced to stop and think about what they might bring. We're going to bring our best, right? You're not going to be like, I don't know, maybe we'll go get a bag of chips. We think about bringing our absolute best when we are invited to participate. The second type of Super Bowl party, where you just have to show up, everybody shows up in a way that we kind of look at what we're looking around, we're automatically judging. Even if it's a good judgment, we're judging. We're thinking, oh, is this what I would have ordered? Is that what I would have chosen? Do they have what I want? See, the first type of party is very us, we-centric. We're a part of it. We get invited to participate together. And the way that we show up to that party is different. We show up thinking through, what do I bring to the table? And what do we collectively do together to create something fun, something cool, something where everybody brings their absolute best? But that other type of party, what we show up is we show up very me-centered. It's me-centric. Everything is about me and what this party is going to do for me. And when we do that, we might be missing the point. See, we show up with this very, that me focus, and it's got this entitlement kind of vibe to it. But the other party, the one where we're invited, it's got an ownership vibe to it. See, most of us see work as a necessary evil in our lives. We go to work and so that we get paid. We go home to work every single day. And if we stop and think about it, we spend so much of our time every day, and we spend so much of our lives at work. And unfortunately, most of us show up to work like it's the second Super Bowl party. So somebody else has planned this whole thing, and we just show up. And when we show up, we think, what does this job have to do for me? Or what is this workplace going to do for me? Because we collect a paycheck. So it's all about me and what my work does for me. But what if we could combine our faith, the way that we show up as somebody of faith, and bring that to work? What if we showed up in a way that said, how do I bring my best today? Even if I don't enjoy what I do, I can still bring my absolute best. What would that look like? How do I take more ownership of what I bring to the table so that we collectively at work could do something greater? See, the reason I say bring our faith to the table is God has asked that of us in a number of different places throughout the Bible. One of them is in Colossians 3:17. It says, whatever you do in word or deed, do everything in the name of the Lord Jesus, giving thanks to God the Father through him. Even later in that, it's chapter 3, verse 21, talks about bringing our work, like in all that we do with work, to work hard, because what we do represents Jesus. What we do represents God. And so if we show up to life, it's almost like God throws a Super Bowl party every single day, and we get to decide, are we the ones that just show up and kind of the me-centric entitlement, what do I get out of this? Or do we show up in a way that says, God, thanks so much for inviting me. I've brought my absolute best to the table today and tomorrow and the next day. And there's no question that there's sometimes we're going to screw this up. There's sometimes we're going to be running late and we just grab a bag of chips. There's sometimes where we make our famous cookies and they just didn't turn out as good. But the Bible verse here is essentially saying, when you do it, what are your intentions? How are you showing up? And are you showing up in a way that you would be proud? And are you taking ownership in a way that your life, your work life, your home life, your faith life are all in this together? Because that's what it looks like to have this robust, like Jesus overflowing out of us life. And I'm standing here in front of work doors, doors that we would normally walk through on a daily basis as we walk into our office buildings. And the reason I'm doing that is it's in order to combine our work life and our faith life, especially when it comes to gratitude. If we're going to experience more gratitude in our work lives, we almost need to pause before we walk through those doors, right? Because life is busy. We don't want to maybe go to work, or we're having a bad day, or we're thinking, gosh, why do I have to work today? Before we walk through those doors, we need to pause and we say, okay, God, thank you for the opportunity to walk through those doors. I know you planned a party for me today, and I've brought my absolute best. And it changes our perspective to what do we bring to the table so that we can represent Jesus, rather than walking through those doors and saying, what is work going to do for me today? Or what jerk is going to do something to me over here, or whatever that looks like. So in your faith, especially in this pursuit of experiencing more gratitude in our lives, bring your faith to work and consider what it is that you would do as you bring your best, because what you do, what you bring, reflects Jesus.
Thanks for watching Faith in 5. If you like what you see, please like and share. If you're interested in making a donation to our ministry, please click the link below.